283 episodes and the end. Maybe it's episode number season 1 next week, but
the moment's been prepared for.
The moment has been prepared for. So, oh no, because this might be episode 1. So episode 1 or 282. Whatever I said.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, we're the Ultimate Universe now. Hello everyone and welcome to 2024 with Nerd Bible Podcast. Myself, George, this guy,
Connor.
And you, the audience. Yes. One of our many things we do in the lead up to Christmas is pre-record because we're busy men with families, and Christmas is a time for giving, a time for receiving. Something and something, time for believing. Christmas. It was great. How was Christmas, Connor?
It was amazing.
Oh, good. I loved when.
I can't believe I got a PlayStation 6.
Oh my!
I don't know if I said that.
I can't believe you got invited to be in GTA 6. The Pasty Sheep side mission.
Pasty Sheep side mission. The podcast YouTube side mission.
Can you
on behalf of the internet?
We did it. We did it. But obviously, it's not happened yet. It's still November. But we are going through our standard what's to look forward to in the year of our Lord 2024 AD. Just, you know, what a great Christmas, what a bad Christmas. There we go, we've covered that. What a fantastic New Year that was, Connor, eh? Jesus. Yeah, oh god. I can't believe we locked Will Templar on the roof of Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. What a day.
Shame we didn't get any of that on camera.
Nah, exactly. Lost the footage.
Lost him.
Claimed it baggage. That's what it was. How have you been since I last saw you?
Since I last saw you, maybe
2 days ago.
Ago.
This was weeks ago. It's been 4 weeks, Connor. What are you on about?
I know. I don't know if you can tell.
Actually, no. It's every week.
My beard's gone thicker.
Actually, we see every week because we record this at Christmas. Definitely. This is definitely the 2nd of January.
1,000,000%. No, we're actually doing it from home because there's another mini Christmas lockdown because George's kids run amok and I couldn't get in.
Kids? I've only got fucking one, hopefully.
Quarantine zone in the house, so
anyone that's got kids.
In the meanwhile, my beard's thicker. It's gone white. I'm looking like Santa. I'm looking very like jolly old Saint Nick.
We had to barricade the door because there's children trying to break in and steal presents off of this man, and he has none in his sack. It's just a bin bag full of loose envelopes.
Yeah.
But no, how have you been this festive season?
Feeling very festive.
What?
Recovered.
In case we forgot, and I've not asked you because it's not happened yet. Yeah. What were your plans for Christmas? In the context I'm saying, it sounds like I'm going to kidnap you. You're never making it home to see the church on Ruby Road.
George is actually band Santa. Just the children, my dad. Dad's come over, family Christmas. Nothing new. Same old, same old. What about you?
Yes, Christmas. Yeah. Great. No, yeah.
And Doctor Who to watch on Christmas Day. We definitely watched that.
I mean, yeah, we've watched all 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got a text from the past.
Diverging timelines.
Do you know what it is? Because when doing this, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and then it's like you've got 16 million notifications. Like, not many of them are important.
Oh, of course.
But then I've got like 3 texts that were like half hour ago. Oh, just it wasn't an emergency. No, because this year, my child is now older. I mean, still not cognitively aware of what Christmas is or who Santa is.
Yeah, of course.
But we get to that point. I mean, you've only got a limited number of sounds really morbid, but it's not about death. It's more about the fact that you've only got a limited number of Christmases where your kids turn away, where your kids believe in Santa Claus. Sacre bleu.
I'm a middle-aged old man and you're telling me Santa Claus
middle-aged. You're in your 20s.
You're telling me he ain't real.
No, but like you've only got really a certain... Because you should probably tell them before secondary school so they don't get beaten up.
Before they get beaten up. That's... Wow.
You know what? You know how cruel kids are.
I know.
This kid believes in
Santa.
Santa.
Like the last safe generation.
This kid still wets the bed. Not personal experience or anything, no. Joking. I don't wet the bed. Never have.
No.
Even when I'm drunk, I don't piss myself.
No. Same. Yeah, never.
I think I'm more cognitively aware if I just don't want to like clean it up in the morning. So my body's like, we'll just go to the toilet now.
Get out of the way.
Save you doing washing tomorrow.
Get out of the way.
And I'm like, thanks, me. No. But yeah, so really, realistically, because probably from next year onwards, he'll be more aware of, like, Christmas, Father Christmas, the whole process. And then you've only really got 10 Christmases of that, if you're lucky. Because what, like 11, 12, they go to secondary school. So that, and then, the joy stops. Man up. The joy stops. But then it was different from me. I don't know how it was for you. You're an only child?
I was.
We've never.
I still am. What do you mean I was?
I was.
In another lifetime, I was.
Until my mother and father discovered back in time cloning. They sent.
I was a template without.
They sent a clone of you. You're like Jango Fett. They sent a clone of you, but back in time, like some weird Superman Doctor Who episode in a capsule.
I am Skynet. Why do you think we know so much about technology?
SNet. Oh God! I'm crying. So that's really made me laugh. I was an only child. Well, to be fair, this episode hasn't come out yet, so we don't know. Oh, sorry. But yeah, so for you, obviously, once you were told there was no joy in your life, that's
it. Man up. Man up.
So that's not real. But sorry. My sister's, I was going to say was, but she still is 7 years younger than me. Until the blip, and then she's older than me now. No. Jesus Christ. But no, she's 7 years younger than me. So obviously, me being told at like 11, I still had like 7 years until she reached that age. So I still, had the second-hand... I got second-hand joy for Christmas. There you go, son. Have some second-hand joy. Happy Christmas.
Blockbuster job. But, rental.
I rented some joy.
Yeah, rented some
every Christmas. Yeah. But no, so through her and her still believing, she doesn't now, obviously, because she's like she's in her 20s. So if she doesn't, sorry, Ruby.
I didn't know.
But no, yeah. So obviously through that, I got second-hand joy, and then you get it again when you have kids. Obviously, which at the time of recording, Connor doesn't have any siblings or any kids.
I am the only child.
He's the only one. I am the only one. He is Highlander. There can only be one.
Damn straight. Yeah.
His dad is Sean Connery from that movie. It's a weird Scottish accent, but we roll with it.
I can't picture a German dad doing a Scottish accent.
Can you ask your dad? To just
when
say
I have seen him or haven't seen him.
When you next see your dad, actually before Christmas,
like
for the new era, have him read a line from that Sean Connery says in Highlander, because then you can be Christopher Lambert, who's French being Scottish. We're a we're a podcast of the nations, all of them. What the fuck's going on? But yeah, so having kids, obviously, second-hand joy is back. I've reordered it. But no, I look forward to it because I like Christmas was a big deal with my family. I like the traditions you get of your family, and then you can sort of make your own because obviously me and Lard do Christmas two different ways, but we kind of know what ways we would do them when we have, because obviously also we want to get to a point where we have Christmas in our house with our son. And not, but at the living accommodation and expenses, not happening anytime soon, especially with the financial report we're not going to talk about because who really gives a shit about politics anymore. What we do give a shit about is media and television and films and the small things that don't matter on our short journey to death.
Morbid!
The real second-hand joy is the TV shows we watched along the way. We obviously have already talked about what we loved in 2023.
Yeah.
Can't believe we all hated Oppenheimer as a nation.
Disgusting movie.
Yeah, I can't believe Barbie is the third best film based on a plastic doll.
What's number one then?
Chucky.
Damn straight.
And
what's honourable mention number two?
So
Barbie's with the hairy chest.
Toy Story.
Second the best. Yeah, that's fine.
Then Barbie's third one with the hairy chest because Ryan Gosling is a hairy man. And we look forward to, obviously, we'll do films. What I'm going to do, actually, what I should have done, I can't believe the computer's still not working in January. Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus,
God, it's not been 2 weeks.
Upgraded yet.
2024 calendar, bank holidays, diary, film releases.
There you go.
I mean, these might be subject to change because COVID has taught us that. American film list of most anticipated.
Let's go anticipated. Rotten Tomatoes.
We'll go most anticipated, and if there's hardly any, what we'll do is we'll ignore that.
Free.
Sorry, have you seen the news that he's in that?
Tom Cruise is in Inside Out 2.
Apparently, as Adrenaline.
Brilliant. That
and for me,
so much sense.
That is probably the best piece of casting. So this is doing the most. Do you want to do most anticipated?
Yeah,
because there only seems to be one or two things a month. I mean, that is. Oh no! All right, so more. Yeah.
There's enough on here. At the minute, but yeah. Again, subject to change. We don't know what's going to happen.
So, yes, we'll do subject to change.
Next month, we don't know.
We'll do. I'll try and get a TV one up.
Yeah. Also.
But then there's not much apart from three things: Last of Us, Doctor Who. And that's about it. There's nothing else coming out. TV 2024.
Daredevil, if it comes out, or has that been pushed back to 25?
I don't know. Who are you? Who's Matt Murdock?
Who is Matt Murdock?
Who is Matt Murdock? No, I don't want American television. The most anticipated TV shows of 2024.
There we go.
Except all the cookies. What?
Oh, True Detective?
No.
God damn.
Well, we'll pick TVA. TVA. Third thing here.
Oh.
These. That obviously.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think then we could kind of pick.
Huh?
I've seen that. I've seen that. That's a thing. The thing is, most of these we either have no release date and know they're coming out.
I mean, great.
All right. Well, we can guess because we basically know. We'll come back.
Life is all about guessing.
Life is about guessing, just like this podcast.
Yeah.
We hope it's better. We hope it's a better version of the podcast now, but we never know. So we'll do. Do you want to get a list up of just the general releases, and then if we miss any big ones in the month?
Yeah, I mean, I've gone stereotypical. I've gone the list of American films at the
All right, yeah. So if you see anything that we've missed,
that's not on there. Yeah.
We're only going to talk about stuff worth talking about because.
But then that's a subjective debate in itself. What's worth talking about, what isn't? But
we'll mention everything. But okay, we'll start off in January apparently with Mean Girls 2024.
The reboot / sequel / something? What is it?
Though it may look like a remake to the 2004 comedy, this new interpretation isn't quite that. Written by Tina Fey, who wrote the original and makes an appearance in the film, this is an adaptation of the stage musical of Mean Girls, which in itself is an adaptation of the original film.
I see.
Angourie Rice plays new girl Katie Heron, while Renee Rapp takes on the role of head mean girl Regina George. Don't know if I've said any of those things and the female audience is angry. Sorry. Directed by Arturo Perez Jr. and Samantha Jane. So starring Angourie Rice, Renee Rapp. Fucking hell, there's a lot of vowels. Louis Carvalho, Bebe Wood, Jacques Spivney, Tina Fey, Tim Meadows, Jenna Fisher,
John
Hamm, and Ashley Park. So that's the only release for January on here. Have you got anything? Any big ones? We'll just go for the big.
The Beekeeper. With Jason Statham, The Beekeeper.
Film of the year. When we do, I'm predicting now. That's in the top 10.
I hope to God it's in the top 10.
I need to buy the Meg 2, but because it's got the American case, it's really annoyed me, so I might not buy it just out of protest. But no, support physical media, folks. All right, should we go to February? Is there anything else worthy in? So January, it's Mean Girls or Jason Statham is a beekeeper.
Sometimes I think about dying.
Oh, no, it's not that bad, mate.
It's okay.
No, who is that? That's a who is that?
Who is dying? It's Daisy Ridley.
Yes,
Daisy Ridley.
Yes, because I've seen the.
And it was at the Sundance Festival last January, and it's going to be releasing 26th of January this year, or 2024. But I've no idea. It's just the name caught my interest, not for the wrong reason.
No, I've seen that somewhere. Like it might have been on X or whatever you call it these days.
Snoop Dogg is in a comedy called Underdogs.
Oh, I mean that sounds great.
Amazon Studios, so whether or not that'll be a Prime release or limited theatrical, and then it'll be on Prime. What's Role Play? That's another Amazon film. Kaylee Kuko and David Oyelowo. I'm sorry for butchering the names. Bill Nighy as well.
The science guy, he.
All Amazon movies. Lift is a Netflix movie. F. Gary Gray, Kevin Hart. Ravonna Renslayer from Loki, Vincent
Yeah,
D'Onofrio, Billy Magnuson, Jacob Batalon, Jean Reno, and Sam Worthington.
Sam Worthington.
January the 12th on Netflix.
Is it 2009?
I know.
Is it the late 2000s, early 2010s? Because Sam Worthington,
Yeah.
David Tennant was in Doctor Who and has just passed the role on again to a new, younger actor.
Yeah.
And David Cameron's back in the cabinet.
Yeah. The time is literally repeating itself.
It is time and again. Good times and crazy days. But is that it for January in terms of stuff that we might watch?
Maybe.
So 3 films for January. I'd suggest The Beekeeper. No, 4 films because you said Lift and Sometimes I Think About Dying.
Yeah.
The Beekeeper for me. I'm not a mean girl.
No,
Not a mean boy either. But
we're not genetically made to be that way.
March is not yet because it's February. So, and that gives us Film of the Year contender Madam Web.
No, honestly, hand on heart, I kind of didn't cringe at the trailer. I thought it was okay.
Another point that the late 2000s, early 2010s are back because
Yeah.
the state of the trailer, it's a late 2000s shit superhero movie.
Yeah. And it's been in development hell since the late zeros.
Is Adam Scott the one playing Ben Parker? Or,
No.
as he's been referred to, Ben Parker parentheses? Because it's a... Sony's... you're going to love this.
undisclosed.
While you look at it,
Yeah.
Sony's Spider-Man movie franchise without
without
Spider-Man has had highs, I wouldn't call them that, Venom, and lows, definitely, Morbius.
Yeah.
But Madam Web, which stars Dakota Johnson as the clairvoyant spider side character, might be worth sticking around for, even if Peter Parker himself never shows up. Sydney Sweeney, Adam Scott, Zosia Mamet co-star.
Instead of Peter Parker, we're getting a character called Ezekiel, and he's the one in the Spider-Man suit.
Yes, or a similar-esque spider
Yeah,
suit.
he's
And then they've got because, Madam Web is clairvoyant and throughout all the universe and sees all the things. One of the things is that she's got to keep Ben Parker alive to die at the right moment. The Harry Potter curse. Got to keep
Fine.
Ben Parker alive to
So he's a
die
Horcrux.
to obviously set that universe's
I
Peter
see.
Parker on its journey or something like that.
Along those lines. Okay.
But that's a good way to have their Sony versus version of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
If you're not going to just flat out, because apparently this is when you'll have a cameo from the Spider-Man, and it's either for me it's going to be one of the two boys, or you have your universe's version of Miles Morales, because where one of those Peters has died in that universe, or you make that baby Peter Parker grow up into that universe's, and you cast him and have your own. Because you can have two concurrent, because we've got two Batmans are going to go on at the same time, and Robert Pattinson is infinitely more better than whoever the fuck's going to be in the because the DCU
Yeah,
Batman has got some fucking job to do.
I mean, it ain't gonna be George Clooney. Let's just say that.
It's not going to be. It's a shame. I would double down and do that and do Batman Beyond, if I
An
was.
older Batman, yeah, sure.
But
If it was older.
yeah. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. But
Let's
that's.
get nuts for Argyle.
Oh, but look, it's February 14th, 2024. Valentine's Day
Movie
is
about
sorted
love.
for me.
A movie about love.
I'm booking that day off right now, and I'm going to go and see that. I'm going to take Lars to see that, even though she doesn't like. No, she's
Webs.
watched. She likes.
Full
She
madness.
likes Venom. I
Yeah.
don't think she's seen Let There Be Carnage.
I don't blame her.
She gets my angerness. She gets my anger at Venom for the fact that there's no Spider-Man in it. Morbius, she's like, no, I'm good, and I'm like, probably for the best. Maybe she'll have seen Craven by the time this comes out.
I think Craven. I think is August. That's first.
Oh, because I thought it was the end of this year.
Because Craven's meant to be this year, and then it got pushed back to. Like,
I thought it's like this month.
Well, unless we're way off, I'm sure.
Unless we're in a
we'll see
parallel
Craven
universe.
on this list.
Anything else for February?
Argyle, February the 2nd.
Argyle is the
Matthew
so
Vaughn.
it's the let me guess.
Yeah.
It's the Henry Cavill one with Dua Lipa, but he's the character written in the book,
Yes.
and the writer of the book, who is a woman, who is someone that I would know once you told me their name,
Yeah.
and they team up with someone that's like Chris Pine.
Yeah, but better than.
Who's
Chris
better
Pine.
Who's better than Chris Pine?
Nah, his name's Samuel.
L. Jackson?
No, he's in it also, but he's Sam.
So who the fuck are you
He's
on?
not a fireman.
Fuck off! It's Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that one on the train. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell's the real version. So Argyle is it's a book
fictional
written
version,
by a
yeah.
woman, but it's actually she doesn't know, but it is based off of someone that actually exists,
Yeah,
and they think that she's part of it and gets drawn into. It's like what was the one with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum?
The proposal, the marriage, the wedding. No.
No, it was
Fuck.
like
Yeah.
It's been in the last couple of years,
What the fuck?
and Brad Pitt's got long hair.
Lost City of the Lost City.
Yes,
Yes, the Lost City.
like the Lost City,
Mm.
but probably better.
Yeah, hopefully better. It should.
So
be
who's
better.
the woman that plays the writer?
Bryce Dallas Howard?
Yes. Oh, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah,
Who
good old
is she
Betty Brant.
directing it? Because I'd fucking.
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, it's Matthew Vaughn. Kingsman fame.
I mean, as long as we don't do the Kingsman thing of
again.
double down on the one thing I disliked about Kingsman, which was the anal joke. But the thing I respect about Kingsman 2 is that it's like, oh, they're still in a relationship at the beginning of the second one, so it's not just a throwaway for him to, oh, he's having anal sex. Yes. No, but anyway, so that's February.
Well, that's February the 2nd.
February the 2nd.
Oh, Madam Web. Bob Marley, One Love. I don't know if you've seen the trailer, autobiography.
I've not seen the trailer of that one.
Kingsley Benadier or Gravik
Yeah.
from Secret Invasion is Bob Marley.
I like Kingsley Benadier. I like what he's doing. He's got a very nice voice.
Yeah,
He's got a kind of, like a syrupy kind of just it's monotone, but a bit sinister, but a bit he could read you a bedtime story and you'd fall asleep.
That's a not. I want that image. That's an
It's-
audio image.
Do you know what? It's like Timothy Dalton. He's
Yeah.
got a similar kind of, it's very soft and very calm, and then he's like, fucking strawberry jam!
Custard. Lashana Lynch is in it also. James Norton.
Yes.
Michael Gandolfini. Nadine
Yeah.
Marshall. Anthony
I'll give that a watch.
Belcher,
So that's
cast
3 good
episode.
films to watch in February.
Um,
I mean, well, 2 good films and Madam Web. What else is anything of worthy in February?
It Ends With Us. I don't know. Just reading the name. Based on some novel. Blake
Nah.
Lively.
So we're going to say
Lisa Frankenstein.
top pick for February is Argyle.
I'm going to say Argyle.
So Argyle, check out Madam Web if you want.
Definitely. watch
Definitely,
Bob Marley.
I'm definitely going to...
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley, yeah.
I love a
Once I get my
musical
limited
biopic.
card back, yeah.
Do a musical biopic.
I do love Rocket Man, so therefore I shall love Bob Marley, probably. The one that I think you're most excited for in March,
Hell yeah, it should have been out like 3 weeks ago, but June Part 2.
the first installment's date to
Damn.
date release on HBO Max initially put this sequel into question, but Warner Brothers thankfully saw fit to give Denis Villeneuve the green light.
Yeah.
Part 2 sees the big names like Florence Pugh, Lea Seydoux, Austin Butler, and no.
Christopher Walken, yeah.
Oh god,
Yeah.
can we go see that together? Because that's...
You can.
I mean, it's fine, but there's a giant slug in the desert.
And the Emperor.
I'm the guy that runs the universe, and I think it's quite hard to run the universe when there's a giant slug.
When there's a giant desert slug.
It's like
In
desert
my
slug.
backyard.
How'd he get the watch out? You smuggled the watch up his ass. You put your weird nose air filters up your ass, and then you get more air in your system. I feel sorry for Austin Butler because he tried so hard to be Elvis, and
Elvis.
Jacob Elordi.
Elordi.
Have you seen? Is that out this month now? Isn't it, Priscilla?
Shit.
Because I showed you that trailer and you were like, I must see that.
I must see it.
You know, I've got the second best Elvis in my film, Dune Part 2. It's not Part 1, but it's still the first book. Maybe I'm in the second
It
book.
had a limited release end of October. It says it's got a world before expanding wide on November the 3rd. But I've not seen it like a la Cineworld. I don't know if it's on Odeon or...
You have a look, see if it's
Yeah.
bookable.
I
Well,
hope so, but I haven't seen it.
yeah. So I've one of them people that's not seen Dune Part 1, just because I was.
Time to catch up.
It's because I was like, oh
Why
fuck it. That's when we can actually release your June video because we'll have more
Yeah.
videos. So I will, because I think it's on Prime still. So I will try and catch up on it. It's a big old chunky boy.
It's a big
But,
chunky book, yeah.
yeah.
The universe is vast and...
Would you be happy if they did every book in 2
No,
parts?
so Denis said he wanted to do a trilogy of films. He wanted to do the first one into 2 parts, which he's done, and then he wanted to do Dune Messiah, the second book, as the 3rd movie. And then after that, it's sort of in the air. So he wants to do...
So we'll definitely get another one, but then it's
Hopefully.
whether the whole series happens.
well,
But by then we'll be dead, so that'll be fun.
given the
But you
release
know
of-
who won't be? It's me, Christopher Walken, from the movie Dune Part 2. Going to see it on March 1st, 2024. Starring Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya,
Alright,
Rebecca Ferguson, Javier Bardem, Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, and me, Christopher Walken.
Priscilla isn't coming out till the 5th of January in Cineworld. We're not getting it till January. So it'll be a 2024 movie.
Technically,
Priscilla,
yeah.
Priscilla will be on our list.
That's
hopefully.
anticipated then. Yeah, so add January, add Priscilla to that one.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, because I saw like a Christopher Walken thing, like because the Foo Fighters were on Saturday Night Live, and he said like, where do I, like the pronunciation, like it's the Foo Fighters, so you pronounce it on the Fighters, but they told him it was the Foo because they went Foo Fighters, ladies and gentlemen, Foo Fighters. Just Google that if you're ever bored.
Foo Fighters.
Something else in March, but I'm not in it. It's fucking Kung Fu Panda.
4.
We've not got the fucking title,
It ain't that special.
so it's not that big.
Apparently.
Yeah, it literally just says directed by Mike Mitchell, Jack Black, Angelina Jolie, Jackie Chan, Seth Rogen, Lucy Liu, Dustin Hoffman, and David Cross all return. DreamWorks Animation's Kung Fu Panda series is quietly incredible.
I read that is quietly terrible.
It is quietly incredible because the third one actually quite good.
I've not seen number 3.
They get better, I think. Especially when this come out around the same time as How to Train Your Dragon and the first one, like that's quite a good trilogy. Like to finally be getting Kung Fu Panda 4, taking what the silly premise of Jack Black voices a fat panda who does martial arts and turning it into something funny, heartfelt, and full of impressive fight scenes. At CinemaCon 2023, we learned that Mike Mitchell trolls the Lego Movie 2, the second part. Okay, good pedigree. Would be directing the film, and the story would follow Poe as he faces off against a chameleon foe who searches for the new Dragon Warrior to replace him, and the chameleon would take the forms of previous villains from the free film previous is villains and then himself. Nice. So it's like a boss fight, but different times 4.
The same guy.
I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good kids film to watch.
Yeah, fine.
But yeah, God, March, gonna need big Cineworld card back, guys. Not for this.
The Frozen Empire that will contain the Ghostbusters.
The Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Unsure is putting it lightly. Carrie Coon, Paul Rudd, McKenna Grace, thank fuck that she's back in it. Finn Wolfhard, Camille Nanjiani, Patton Oswalt. March 29th, 2024. We don't have a lot of confirmed details about the sequel, but the expected director, Jason Reitman, has been replaced by Gil Kenan, who co-wrote Afterlife. We also know that stars Carrie Coon, McKenna Grace, Finn Wolfhard and Paul Rudd are returning, joined by the names like Camille Nanjiani and Patton Oswalt. And lastly, we know that the film setting will indeed be in New York and the firehouse of the original films, which was teased at the end of Afterlife.
Post-credit scene.
Yeah. Fine. If Jason Reitman's not involved, especially because now that his dad's gone and he was the custodian.
He was the reason why it came out, yeah.
But I think maybe he wanted to make a different film, and Sony have been like, but we need a studio we need a franchise, see?
That ain't the spider, because our spider is precious, and we don't want to.
And we don't even have a spider in our spider thing. This is something you'll see. Mickey 17, Bong Joon-ho,
Robert Pattinson, Naomi Ackel,
Tony Collette.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo, Stephen Young. March 29th. Yeah, I mean, it's a follow-up to Parasite, with this adaptation of the sci-fi novel Mickey 7, which I'll probably have to read beforehand.
Robert Pattinson stars as a disposable employee one whose body is regenerated with previous memories intact every time he dies on a mission.
So he's Wally, but then he's got memories of a Time Lord.
That's simple. I like it. And here's the empire that I'm involved in. My second favourite, my second most anticipated ape-based film in 2024, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Nice. Adam Wingard directing, starring Dan Stevens, Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry's back.
You're good.
Kaylee Hottle, Fala Chen, Alex Ferns, and Rachel House. The two greatest kaiju. So what we're saying from? Oh no, we're still in March. Yeah, so from March, I'd say Mickey 17 interests me because I did like Parasite.
Interesting. Kung Fu Panda might be the Puss in Boots of this year. It might be a hit, maybe.
So Dune 2, Kung Fu Panda 4, and Mickey 17. If it doesn't have a number in, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Frozen Empire, it might be one of those that I just leave to the side because I feel like that's gonna. If I watch it, I'm just gonna be disappointed. It's gonna be low down. It might surprise me. I probably will end up seeing it because I'm sad and might have more time on my hands. Yeah. But yeah, Godzilla Kong, April 12th. the two greatest kaijus of all time, back for round 2 in the follow-up to the MonsterVerse 2021 showdown. Jesus, has it been that long?
Yeah.
However, the synopsis suggests that they might be allies from the start rather than enemies this time around, as Godzilla and Kong will face a colossal undiscovered threat hidden within our world.
Gamera.
Dan Stevens has been cast as the lead in the film, alongside returning GVK actors Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry and Kaylee Hottle. Adam Wingard, who directed the previous bout, will be behind the camera for this one too.
Good
The
team.
MonsterVerse, underappreciated.
Sounds good. Sounds like good stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I loved Godzilla vs Kong. I love, you know how much I love Godzilla King of the
Monsters.
Monsters.
A prediction as to who this colossal undiscovered threat is, or what it could be, because we've had Mecha Godzilla.
We've had Mecha.
I don't know. I
We've
know
not had
what else is in the universe.
Have we had Alien Godzilla?
I don't think so. It's an alien. It's an extraterrestrial Godzilla.
Have we might have Mecha Ghidorah, because that sometimes happens. I assume that it will either be the same ones, or it'll end with, or it will be, or will end with Son of Kong. Like
Probably. Yeah, it
that.
should end with something like that. Yeah.
Maybe like that, because as long as it leaves it for if more happen, great. But if they don't, they're still, because like I've loved the only one that is the odd one out is Godzilla the first one, because it's so small and like scaled back, and you don't really see Godzilla, and then everything after that, including Kong Skull Island, even though have your thoughts on that film, but it's just like, look at these big monsters, look at it
Everywhere.
I maintain to this day that one of the best 4DX experiences is Godzilla King of the Monsters. But bring that back out. Let's campaign for it.
Bring it back.
Challengers, not fast, but Zendaya's in it. So, anything you've got for April?
Well, a prequel to a horror franchise, which again I don't know why it's come out in Easter. But
Sorry,
yeah,
when's
no.
Deadpool out? Deadpool's March, isn't it?
No, that's now.
Is it July now?
It got
It's July.
back,
Alright, cool, never mind, sorry.
Yeah, it's
So,
fine.
no MCU stuff?
No, not for a while.
Anything in April?
So, an Omen franchise called The Omen has got a prequel. The first Omen.
Oh dear.
Never seen none of those, but it'll give me a reason to watch it.
You love a reason to watch horror stuff?
Yeah, especially around Easter and the time of Thanksgiving.
Time of
and
Jesus.
chocolate. Time of chocolate. Yeah,
The time
horror film.
of the time of chocolate and
And
Jesus.
also Rebel Moon Part 2, depending on how Part 1 was, because we would have watched it by the time this video would have come out. Rebel
Yes,
Moon
that's
2,
out 22nd of December, or was
Yeah.
out
Yeah, exactly.
22nd of December.
Yeah. But for whatever reason, it's out April 19th.
Cool.
Yeah, Part 2. April
Um,
19th.
So not really much coming out in April,
And
but
apparently an untitled Universal Monster films. But untitled, yeah.
is
It's
that?
an upcoming monster horror film, directed by the duo that did Scream 5 and 6.
Oh, have you seen the Scream 7 stuff?
Yeah, I know about that.
Thoughts on
That's
it?
unfortunate.
Well, the fact that Noah Schnapp has kept his job for having stickers like "Genocide is sexy" or whatever the sexy one he had, and all that, and basically being very out there with his views on the situation between Palestine and Israel, and then what's her name, the one that got fired from Scream 7, basically
Melissa Barrera.
Yeah,
Barbera,
basically
yeah.
saying that genocides are bad and gets fired for apparently for her bad language or whatever. She's spouting her opinions, and and fucking General Ortega saying that I want out of my contract. Then I like that, because it looks like Scream 7 will just go down the pan where it belongs then, which is a shame because I know you like that franchise.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
are you still gonna see it?
Whatever state it's in, it might not even make. I don't. Well, it's on track, but then. Well.
Are you annoyed by the film?
They filmed
Has
it.
the filmmakers' comments kind of soured the experience now that you're going to be 2 cast members
But
down?
It's still fresh in my head. I mean, weeks ago, so haven't got over it. Clearly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still processing it. Yeah, I should have done weeks ago.
No, but like, to make those comments, and some people are still keeping their
Still
jobs,
keeping jobs. Yeah, it's
and
ridiculous,
she's
it's
making her
stupid.
comments basically saying that what's going on is bad,
Mm.
and she's, being let go. I think, it's the start of a spiral that will just,
Only continue.
yeah, but fair play to her for standing up for, basically saying something, and General Ortega for being like, no, I'm
No,
not going to do it then.
No thanks.
Cool. May, stacked.
Stacked.
So far,
Oh yeah, damn.
there are 3 films that I really want to see.
Top tier. Yeah.
May 3rd, The Fall Guy.
Yeah.
David Leitch, amazing fucking director. Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, fantastic. I mean, considering, is there a better action director than David Leitch these days? Is there? Genuine question. Leitch, a former stuntman who previously helmed John Wick, Atomic Blonde, such an underrated film. I wish them two would cross over like they said they would.
Yeah,
Deadpool 2 and Hobbs and Shaw is tackling a film adaptation of the 80s TV show about a stuntman who moonlights as a bounty hunter. We're gonna have to seek that out and watch it then. Sounds right up his alley. Ryan Gosling will play the lead alongside Emily Blunt, and the trailer is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And it's a film.
A 10 out of 10 trailer. Yeah.
I think that will be top end of the list. Maybe not in the top 5 where the more out and out special films go, but I think this will be
This one's got a chip on its shoulders.
very enjoyable. Something that might be top 5
Uh,
is John Krasinski's If.
If? Is it a spin-off of It by any chance? No.
Possibly, but
Not
starring Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski, Fiona Shaw, Kaylee Fleming, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Steve Carell, Matt Damon, Emily Blunt, Maya Rudolph, and Awkwafina. Great cast. John Krasinski and Ryan Reynolds, both of whom also star in this, by the way, developed this fantasy comedy, also written by Krasinski, and a young girl who learns she has the ability to see imaginary friends. Hence the title If.
Oh, that's good, clever. Yeah, okay.
That have been abandoned. Also, like imaginary friends that like the kids have grown up and don't thingy anymore. Reynolds and Krasinski are joined by a massive voice cast. Presumably, those imaginary friends
that makes sense.
Includes Waller-Bridge, Damon, Carell, Blunt, Awkwafina, and more. I like anything that John Krasinski directs. The Once and maybe Someday Again, Mr. Fantastic. There's 4 films in. There's 4 films that are gonna be fucking title stealers. Furiosa, finally Furiosa 2024. Anya Taylor-Joy will play the younger version of the war-rig driving badass Imperator. What the fuck does that word say, and why am I struggling with it?
Imperator, yeah.
Imperator Furiosa in the prequel to Mad Max Fury Road, one of the best films of the century so far. Yes. George Miller will naturally direct once more, and Chris Hemsworth will co-star in the movie, which tells the tale of Furiosa's kidnapping and her rise through Immortan Joe's ranks. Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Hemsworth, Tom Burke, Nathan Jones, and Angus Sampson. Sign me the fuck up. That's going to be up there for me. Because we never really talked about Mad Max, because Fury Road is fucking amazing.
That's an average Joe of a movie, in my opinion.
No, it looks amazing.
It's just a guy in a car for about 40 minutes.
It didn't need to be a Mad Max movie, and you could have taken Tom Hardy out of it.
And it wasn't as far as I was
It's
concerned.
fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, great, yes. And
he is a great director, and
well made.
well, speaking of great directors and great films, Garfield 24,
Goddamn.
May 24th. After Chris Pratt voiced Mario, he wept for there were no more animated characters to conquer. Just kidding, he'll be voicing everyone's favourite lasagna-loving, Monday-hating cat Garfield in a new movie adaptation of the long-running comic strip. Sam Jackson will voice Vic, Garfield's father. Sure, okay. Chris Pratt, Samuel L. Jackson, the once and future Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult.
A year later, yeah.
Cecily Strong, Hannah Waddingham, and Ving Rhames. Oh my god, that's a good voice cast.
Yeah.
I can't. Please let Nicholas Hoult be fucking John.
Brett Goldstein as well.
No way. So we got a bit of a Ted Lasso.
Harvey Guillermo.
No way.
Guillermo.
So we got a What We Do in the Ted Lasso Shadows.
What We Do in Garfield Shadows.
What We Do in the Garfield Lasso. No, great voice cast. It will be big, stupid, and colourful, and my son will probably like it. So it means that I'll probably end up buying that on Prime Video and then watching it 4 times a day until the end of the year.
It will be the Mario of.
It will be his Mario 24.
Yeah. Mario 2.
But
Garfield.
that's the thing, because he'll hear the voice and he'll just think it's Mario. It might confuse him. Confuse my son. My son, Eric. My son. So if you had to pick, I'd say the Fall Guy. I'm interested in all of those. Anything else?
Fall Guy and If.
Anything else?
Nothing else on this list. Oh no! How have we forgotten? Is it scroll down? Is that it for Planet of the Apes?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Damn, so there's 5 movies.
I thought that it's because I saw that.
Yeah.
So top anticipated one for me. My favourite ape film of 2024 is Wes Ball's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Take everything you just said about Furiosa and apply it to Planet of the Apes.
Owen Teague, Freya Allen, Peter McCon, Eka Darville, and Kevin Durand. May 24th. Caesar, spoilers, Caesar, the chimpanzee who led the apes to world domination, died at the end of 2017's War for the Planet of the Apes, the 3rd film in the reboot trilogy of the classic sci-fi series. However, there's more monkey business to be had. Yes, apes and monkeys are different, but let us have this. Whoever's wrote this, this is the best written thing on Rotten Tomatoes ever. And that's not hard. Wes Ball, who helmed the Maze Runner films, directs the 4th film in the series, which takes place many years after the events of War. So we know that we know it's still in that universe.
It's canon.
I think you get to a point where, because the astronauts go up in Rise, they come back in maybe the 5th or 6th one, and then you have because they're distinctly different. Like the Charlton Hestons, they're 2 different universes now, distinctly. But like you have the Charlton Heston character, maybe, and do your Planet of the Apes, like as your 6th movie.
Fine.
Something like that.
I still need to watch those originals. I've seen
Have you never?
the originals, like
All on
throughout the
Disney.
years.
All on Disney Plus.
I remember around my nan's, but I couldn't tell you which one it was.
Ironically, while last year when I was re-listening to the Weekly Planet, I'd got to the one where they started talking about Planet of the Apes. It was about Dawn, because Dawn came out in 2014, and that when I was listening to it on the way home from work, and then I got in from work, and the original Planet of the Apes was on Film 4, and I was like, that's really weird. And then me and Lars, we were talking about it because he loves them films. I think Planet of the Apes is one of his favourite films, and he likes the new ones. But I said like, oh, have you seen the trailer for Kingdom? And he saw it. He was like, oh fuck, is that Caesar? And I was like, no, because he died at the end of the last one, didn't he? He's like, didn't watch that one. I was like, it's been 7 years. Have you not
watched it in 7 years?
I was like, well, it's on Disney Plus. Sorry for ruining it. It was like, well, fucking no, he's dead now, didn't I? But it's Caesar dies in the original series, I think. But he was like, no, I think they just give the baby to something. Then we was talking about Planet of the Apes for ages. But yes, that will be. So I'd say Planet of the Apes, Fall Guy, Furiosa is my top 3. Interested to see what If comes out as. Garfield I'll end up seeing because...
Garfield will be a stealth one, I think.
Stealth Garfield. Tactical Garfield. We're on to June. No Dune in June. That would be cool if they released one in there.
Yeah, you should have.
And then like it would say Dune, and then the D would turn into a J.
1,000,000%.
Guys, hire us for the marketing.
1,000,000%.
Here we go. The first spin-off film with the John Wick universe.
Film of the year of 2023, as far as I'm concerned, Ballerina.
You mean 2024? Or are you saying John Wick was the film of the year for 2024?
Yeah, and it's going to continue that momentum into 2024.
Is John Wick up there for you?
Ooh,
it's in my top. I think it's in my top 5.
It's my favourite film.
Well, we don't know because we've done the list, but we don't know yet.
Exactly. We did, but we didn't.
Yes. Ballerina 24. Len Wiseman directs. Ana de Armas, the most gorgeous woman in film. That's not even like, it might seem like, but it's just, she is fantastic. It's fantastic to look at, and she's a fantastic actor. See anything she's in.
Even Blonde.
She was the best bit about No Time to Die. Because that was like you're a fun character. It's like, and now we have to leave you and let Felix get shot on a boat.
God damn it.
Ana de Armas, Keanu Reeves and Ian McShane and Lance Reddick all cameoing in the set between the events of 3 and 4.
Oh, I thought it was like an origin thing.
I thought it was before 1.
So did I.
Norman Reedus, Angelica Houston, and Gabrielle Byrne. The first spin-off film with the John Wick universe stars Ana de Armas as one of the female assassins trained by Ruska Roma, the criminal organisation headed by Angelica Houston's director. Yeah, because she's the one that... Did she have to stab herself through the hand in John Wick 3?
Yes.
So maybe she'll have that plaster still on if we're set between 3 and 4. Glimpsed at John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. Details are thin so far, but we know that there will be another revenge tale, of course. And we know that this will set up specifically during the events between 3 and 4. So Keanu Reeves and his Continental cohort will also appear.
Does that mean Donnie Yen as well?
Great fight, John. I love how in awe he is of him. But so we'll see that.
1,000,000%.
That's up there.
Yeah,
we've probably seen a lot of the films that might be in our top 10.
In a weird way, yeah.
I think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes will be in the top 4 or 5 for me, and it will be something artsy or heartfelt that takes the top spot like it normally does.
Bad Boys 4.
Bad Boys 4. Adil El Arabi and Bilal Fallah directing. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence return. I know that they were working on the next one.
Yeah.
If the third film in the Bad Boys franchise has gotten a different title, then this fourth installment could easily be named Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah.
But that's not how reality works, so we'll just call this one Bad Boys 4, which will see detectives Mike Lowry Smith and Marcus Burnett Lawrence reunite for another explosive action adventure. Surely there's not many more of those you can do with the age of the actors, and also anything with Will Smith in it. I'm not really fussed anymore.
No, I mean, highest grossing movie just before the pandemic.
It was because of the pandemic.
2020. Yeah, it was because of the pandemic. I mean, obviously.
So you all did
screenplay.
this because you lot didn't go out and didn't wash your hands and wear your masks.
Yeah, exactly.
2020 had Bad Boys for Life.
It's the only reason.
Be
why
one of the
we've
yeah.
got more
You're the
content
reason
year.
this fucking
We've
exists.
got more content.
Now this one, interested for one of my favourite. I've not. Am I in an episode for this with Mike? Possibly. One of my favourite of the new age Pixar films, Inside Out. Didn't need a sequel, but we've got one. Inside Out 2, 2024, June 14th. Amy Poehler, Phyllis Smith, Lewis Black. Directed by Kelsey Mann, so it's not directed by Pete Docter, but he is a busy man being in charge. The wonderful Pixar film Inside Out showed us what things are like inside an emotional young girl's head. How do you raise the stakes for the sequel? Go inside a teenager's head, of course. Inside Out 2 will revisit Riley now that she's in... Well, she won't be in college if she's 13.
God
That's not how
damn.
it works.
Typo.
Because their college is... No, because it's high school... You do high school, and that's till like 16 or whatever, and then you go off to college. College is like uni for them.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Silly people. It'll be fitting to introduce new emotions. There are reports that, aside from Amy Poehler, not all of the original voice cast, whose ranks include Bill Hader and Mindy Kaling, will return for the sequel. That's the only thing that pisses me off, is that they're not back as Fear and Disgust. So I don't know if... Yeah, Phyllis Smith was sadness. I'm assuming Lewis Black was anger. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah,
But
maybe.
yeah, we've got anxiety and some other emotions. Reports as old as November suggested that Tom Hanks has joined the cast as Adrenaline, and for a small cameo of that, I would fucking watch it.
Yeah.
I will
That would
still
be a
see it
laugh.
because
That would be a
it's.
laugh.
I'm just annoyed about the
absentees.
the absentees.
Mm.
Because to be fair, that's the one thing that Pixar have always been good at, is sequels. 9 times out of 10, most of the
People
cast
come back.
return.
Oh,
This is interesting.
yeah, another
I don't
movie.
know how I feel about this.
Oh no.
A Quiet Place Day 1. With the thrilling exception of the second movie's opening scene, the action in A Quiet Place franchise has taken place after the super-hearing, super-deadly aliens have already invaded and destroyed society as we know it. As the title here implies, the third film in the series will show the first days of the alien attack, well before anyone knows what's going on, what to expect from these monsters, and it will be directed by Michael Sonosky, who gave us one of Nicolas Cage's best performance in 2021's Pig.
Oh, okay.
While most of the cast announced so far are new, we will see the return of Djimon Hounsou's character from Part 2. So Lupita Nyong'o, yes. Joseph Quinn, yes.
yeah.
Alex Wolff, sure. Djimon Hounsou, of course. Dennis O'Hare, yeah. See
Fine.
that? It's then becoming like a Purge or like other
One of
things,
those
like one of those horror franchises. Like, and we'll go back and show the first one. It's like,
yeah.
but I'm interested to see how society adapts to learning what the monsters are like and then getting to that point of the first film. I don't need loads of prequel Quiet
no.
Place films.
You need a bit of mystery. You need a bit of intrigue.
Yeah.
You can't ruin everything.
And maybe that, and then round it out, and then it's 3 good films,
Damn straight.
hopefully.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what would you say for June, sorry?
Um,
Ballerina, Inside Out 2.
I've also found M. Night Shyamalan's daughter is bringing out a film called The
Oh.
Watchers.
Oh,
I mean,
check,
there's no details other than that. It's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter.
check that out, but
Yeah. I mean, as long as it's better than her father, shots fired. Ballerina, Inside Out, Bad Boys 4, Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1. What on earth is this? 2-part American Western film directed by and starring Kevin Costner. Sienna Miller, Sam Worthington, Jenna Malone, Abby Lee, Michael Rooker, Danny Houston, Luke Wilson, Isabel Furman, Jeff Fahey, Will Patton, Tatanka Means, Ella Hunt, and Jamie Campbell-Bower. So part 1's out in June 28th, and then chapter 2 is out August the 16th. But Horizon, the Western movie, apparently. But no, out of all of them, I was about A Quiet Place, but then having seen Pig, I weren't blown away by Pig. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't blown away by Pig. So, I think it will have to be Ballerina.
Ballerina, top choice for June.
Yeah.
Followed for me by Inside Out 2, and maybe A Quiet Place Day 1.
It's a good list so far.
July, Despicable Me 4.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Renaud and Patrick Delage directing. Steve Carell, Kristen Wiig, Miranda Cosgrove, and Steve Coogan. Yep. Don't forget which master the Minions serve, coming 2 years after the
Us.
last installment in the franchise, the spin-off Minions Rise of Gru. Excuse me. Despicable Me is back to the main line series, though there are no specific details at this point about what trouble Gru and the Minions will get up to this time round, July 3rd. Interested because the Despicable Me films are okay. The Minions films, it's a solid franchise that is probably on the precipice of being run into the ground, depending on how the full fun comes. Here we are. Twisters, Lee Isaac Chung, starring Daisy Edgar Jones, Glenn Powell, Anthony Ramos, Brandon Perry, and Maura Tierney. Originally planned as a remake of the '96 disaster movie Twister, Twisters eventually took the form as a sequel, though it's being called a new chapter, and it isn't clear if it will have any connection to its predecessor. Minari director Lee Isaac Chung makes his leap from indie drama to summer blockbuster, with Daisy Edgar Jones, Glenn Powell, and Anthony Ramos set to star. Look forward to, but I think this is our first taste of the MCU.
There we go.
And
maybe
our last taste of the Fox universe with Deadpool 3. Deadpool doesn't have a theme, does he? Because you know how all the characters have Deadpool. They should do it like, you know, in Lego Batman movie. Who never skips leg day? Batman.
Yeah.
Who always pays his taxes? Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
You should do it like that.
Yeah, exactly. Who
always masturbates while high? Deadpool.
Deadpool. Yeah.
The Merc with a Mouth is back, and so is Hugh Jackman's Wolverine? The first Deadpool movie since Disney bought out Fox will certainly be a sight to behold, as Ryan Reynolds-led franchise is beloved for its R-rated humour and will continue to be R-rated. How will it blend with the MCU's decidedly PG-13 tone is a mystery. Well, the Deadpool stuff will be rated R, and then any time he crosses over into a main thing, they'll give him a scene where it's like, say fuck.
Yeah.
He'll get given the fuck in every movie if he's in a PG one. And is how and why Jackman is unsheathing Wolverine's claws after the acclaimed swan song that was Logan. So Logan still happens. It reportedly ties into the TVA recruiting heroes from every universe for the Secret Wars Army. Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Leslie Uggams as Blind Owl. Will we see... We probably won't see... what's his name?
Dopinder.
We might see Dopinder. I'm talking... what's his name? Weasel.
Oh, TJ Miller.
Yeah, we might not see TJ Miller because he's a prick. Hopefully we see Dopinder. Hopefully we see Colossus, Next Sonic Teenage Warhead, Yukio, and any Fox, because it seems to be Deadpool kills the Fox universe, like the adaptation of the Marvel. Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, but killing the Fox universe as we transition to the MCU. And it'll be nice to see Hugh Jackman, 1 in costume and 2 one more time, but it is going to make it impossible for whoever takes over as Wolverine.
Julian Dennison isn't on the list for Deadpool 3.
Julian Dennison is...
the kid, the main kid, the boy.
Fire Fist.
Fire Fist, yeah, Fire Fist. Of Taika Waititi fame.
Okay.
Yeah, Fire Fist. Russell has his fucking name.
Russell! Okay, yeah. But, yeah, so Deadpool 3
easily Deadpool.
for July.
No doubt, no question, no hesitation.
Despicable Me, got kids, so I'll see it. Here we go.
Oh.
August.
Oh.
Borderlands.
See, I'm cautiously optimistic.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
I love those games. So
those games are some of my favourite, and we need to... By August, we'll be definitely streaming the Handsome Jack collection, because fuck yeah.
Because they are handsome.
Borderlands are great video games. Get ready for some outer space shenanigans. So it'll feel kind of like an R-rated Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hopefully. Yeah, I hope so. That's the tone I want.
Eli Roth takes the helm with this adaptation of the popular and wacky video game series. The cast includes big names like Cate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black. Jack Black has to be Claptrap.
He is. Yeah,
good.
Confirmed. Yeah.
And the film was written by Craig Menz, who recently helped hit out another acclaimed video game franchise, The Last of Us. So that all stands it in good stead.
Sounds fine, yeah.
Ariana Greenblatt, so fucking Gamora / Teenage Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis, who's she gonna be?
She is Tannis. She's
nice.
Yeah,
who's Jack? Is Jack in it?
I don't think Handsome Jack's in it, but I will find that one out.
Are any of the characters from Tales from the Borderlands or other Borderlands games in it? Edgar Ramirez, Haley Bennett, Florian Montieu.
Cate Blanchett's Lilith, Kevin Hart's Roland, the plain ordinary soldier, so Kevin Hart can give it a bit of humour. Jack Black is Claptrap. Jamie Lee Curtis is the crazy Doctor Lady. Ariana Greenblatt is Tiny Tina.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to play Borderlands now.
Florian Florian Munteanu is the crazy
Munteanu,
jacked up dude in Shang-Chi, and he's like Kree, who's a DLC character in Borderlands 2, so he can get fleshed out.
Nice.
Haley Bennett, Edgar Ramirez, Bobby Lee, Oliver Richters. I mean, so many. Gina Gershon is Mad Moxie.
Should we play Borderlands?
Marcus
Should we give this up?
Hammerlock.
Let's play Borderlands.
I mean, Stephen Boyer as Scooter.
Oh, that's
so this
Scooter's
guy,
going to
I
be
don't
in
know
it.
who he is, but he's Scooter. He does look like a Scooter.
From what I remember of Scooter, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
that's
good.
character.
Well, that's anticipated. You know, Mike, maybe that could be another good video game movie.
Damn sure. We have to make a sequel to that.
Ironically, we do, yeah.
Yeah.
Untitled Alien movie, which has been confirmed for so far August 16th.
Alien Romulus. Romulus.
Romulus.
Yeah, it's the name.
Oh, so it's set in the Star Trek universe.
Apparently.
Has it got Eric Banner? The Romulans.
No one actually know, I don't think.
Isabella McCaid, Kaylee Spaney, Archie Renew, David Johnson, Spike Theme, Aileen Wu. The new film comes from Don't Breathe director Fede Alvarez and will follow a group of young people on a distant world who find themselves in a confrontation with the most terrifying life form in the universe.
Yeah.
If it's better than Alien Covenant, sure.
It can't be hard. It can't be hard.
It can't be, but you never know. With this franchise, are slowly just... It's like a slow sinking ship. You know Jack Sparrow's ship at the beginning of the Black Pearl when he's standing on it and it's going down?
Yeah.
That's everything post-Prometheus. And probably including Prometheus. Prometheus is good. It's just so boring.
It just doesn't tie into any of it.
It doesn't need to. It suddenly is like, and now it's a
now
prequel.
It's an alien movie, yeah.
Oh. It was good as it's. Here we go. We get two Sony. We to get two of the Spum. Two Spum films. Two Spums. The Spider. Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters. Yeah, the Spum.
Yeah.
Craven the Hunter, 2024. J.C. Candle directing, starring Aaron Taylor Johnson and no one else. August 30th. Originally set to appear sometime in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man franchise before it was discontinued by Sony. And also was originally going to be the villain of No Way Home. And we kind of championed for that as well, didn't we? Because we were like, now everyone knows him.
Out of all the things that we petitioned and campaigned for, that unfortunately didn't.
Craven the Hunter hunting him now that he knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, nowhere to hide. Would have been more like a Spider-Man horror film. But you know, but then was told no, we have to adapt him like this first, even though the Spum universe is a different universe because we've seen people cross over from each other. It's so stupid. If this ends with Michael Keaton going, it's something to do with Spider-Man, I think.
I swear, if he's even in it,
I want Madam Web and this to end that way, or I don't want to know. I want it to be...
What, you want Michael Keaton to be in
Yeah, I want it to be... If they're going to be shit, I want them to be fun shit.
I want him to be more than 2 lines.
I want it to be fun shit. I don't know what happened. It's something to do with Spider-Man, I think.
Me and you, we should team up.
We should team up. The classic Spidey villain finally makes a jump to the big screen. The film will be directed by J.C. Candle, All Is Lost, Triple Frontier, with Aaron Taylor Johnson, who portrayed Pietro Maximoff, Quicksilver in Avengers Age of Ultron, before he was killed off.
And Lemon in Bullet Train.
Oh, I need to buy Bullet Train still.
It's an amazing movie.
So for August, we'd say Borderlands, and then the other two we're very tentative about because of the previous quality of the stuff in the series.
No, if Borderlands weren't out in August, I would have gone Alien. I would have been here for Alien, but again,
tentatively.
Yeah. But Borderlands, I'm cautiously optimistic. But Borderlands.
Let's hope we're not bored of Borderlands. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good pun.
Beetlejuice is September. Beetlejuice 2, directed by Tim Burton, starring Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, Jenna Ortega, Justin Theroux, Monica Bellucci, and Willem Dafoe. Tim Burton re-teams with Michael Keaton to return to one of his early iconic characters in the sequel to 1988's Beetlejuice. Winona Ryder and Catherine O'Hara are also on board to reprise their characters of Lydia and Delia Dietz. Meanwhile, Jenna Ortega joins the cast as Lydia's daughter. Very good casting. Interested for it. Sequels, 40 years nearly after the last one. We'll see, is all I can say, because Beetlejuice is a decent movie. Interested to see what they do with it. Animated, Josh Cooley's Transformers 1. Starring Scarlett Johansson, Chris Hemsworth, Brian Tyree Henry, John Hamm, Lawrence Fishburne, and Keegan-Michael Key. Great voice cast. The Transformers franchise returns to its roots with an animated prequel that explores the origins of the titular robot's homeworld on Cybertron and the rival between Optimus Prime and Megatron. It'll be separate from the ongoing narrative of the live-action films. Is there an ongoing narrative? Was Rise of the Beasts a sequel to Bumblebee or a prequel to the Bay films?
It was a sequel. It was more of a sequel to Bumblebee, but it felt like its own thing.
So we've got two standalone live-action ones, and then the Michael Bay stuff. And then now an animated prequel.
Hybrid, yeah.
Helmed by Toy Story 4 director Josh Cooley, with Chris Hemsworth as the voice of Optimus Prime and Brian Tyree Henry as Megatron.
And that's all I've got on September, and that's on that list is only those two for September, right?
Out of the two, I'm not really fussed about September, but I'll see both of them. But maybe the animated one will bring us more of a Spider-Verse / TMNT
nod
film
to the original canon as well.
Yeah,
I imagine.
And bring back Orson Welles. No. Who's John Hamm? Sorry, we're getting a bit more John Hamm for our buck this year. He's in Mean Girls. He's in this. Apparently, he wants to be Doctor Doom. And to that, I say,
John Hamm is Sentinel Prime. If that means anything.
Oh, so he's
Sentinel Prime. I don't know.
He's Leonard Nimoy's character from 3.
Fine. Okay, I guess so.
Evil Optimus.
Oh, good. So Chris Hemsworth. Evil Chris Hemsworth.
Love it.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, something I don't love. October.
Oh dear.
The Joker Folie à Deux.
Sequel number 2.
Sequel directed by Todd Phillips, the knobhead, starring Joaquin Phoenix, the amazing actor.
He's a wonderful actor.
But seriously, mental illness is not great. Don't glamorise it. Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, Brendan Gleeson. Zazie Beetz is back.
Yeah.
Catherine Keener, Jacob Lofland.
Not Elordi.
Director Todd Phillips helms this follow-up to the wildly successful R-rated take on the iconic Batman villain, but they should take that out because this is a real movie and not based on anything. He wanted to trick you into thinking you were seeing a fucking superhero film, even though it's based off of an IP of a fucking comic character. Todd, you prick. That earned Joaquin Phoenix the Oscar for Best Actor. I think that's very debatable, considering that 2019 probably had better performances. In Folie à Deux, he'll be joined by Lady Gaga, who's playing his love interest. It's complicated, Harley Quinn, and the film will reportedly be a musical. Yes, you read that right. Interested to see how that turns out. Hopefully, we don't have any more Gary Glitter.
Joker.
Hopefully, no more Gary Glitter music. That's October the 4th.
Yeah.
Terrifier 3.
I've heard great things about the other two, but I've not seen them.
TBD, starring David Howard Thornton.
TBD,
Third thing here. Speaking of third thing here.
Third movie here.
October 25th. We don't know much about the third installment of the cult favourite horror franchise, Terrifier. But we do know that David Thornton will return to play Art the Clown, and that the film will be set on Christmas Eve. Yeah, Merry Christmas, one and all.
Merry Christmas, Halloween.
The budget is reportedly much larger than the previous two, so fans can look forward to an upgraded production value. Well, they might not. Might just be more expensive stuff. So when were the other two Terrifiers out?
Right. I think so.
Sorry, October's a shit month.
Terrifier 2 is only 2022.
All right.
Terrifier 1, if it wants to tell me,
was 1963.
No, 2016.
Oh.
2016.
Not bad.
But then on my list, I've got Smile 2 on October the 18th.
You liked Smile?
I did that, and I was terrified by a smile. I could never look at someone smiling.
So out of those three, what are you going for? Your top pick for October?
It's Joaquin. No, I can't do Joker. I enjoy Joker. That was when I got serious about film. I remember going in Joker and walking out in person.
It's
two
films that already exist.
I'm like, but it is a shit month. It's 3 films that exist, and then Joker is just kind of there. That's not a horror, but should be terrifying.
I think no matter your opinions on Joker, I think a second one that's a musical, that's a shared hallucination. I'm not in love with it. I might see it, but I really didn't like the glamorization of mental illness in Joker in 2019. I think Joaquin Phoenix is a fantastic actor and was great in it, but this is it's the spun problem of it's a universe without the hero where the villain already exists. So
yeah, keep it standalone. Don't make it
Oh
crossover,
my
please.
god, fucking November's a bit of a slog.
Oh wow.
Venom 3.
Fine.
So yeah, so what is your top pick Terrifier, or is it?
I have to go Joker because that's the only one I've seen.
So you go Joker.
Go Joker.
I will abdicate from that and say Smile 2. But November we have Venom 3, November the 8th. Tom Hardy, Juno Temple, and Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah,
Too many-
but not Morbius.
Too many spam films.
Too many sponsors.
Directed by Kelly Marcel, who's been the writer of the previous 2, I believe. Returns for its 3rd installment, filming as recently, by recently we mean November, resumed. The anti-hero fan. I can't believe Venom got a trilogy before most Marvel characters.
It's ridiculous.
Centering on San Francisco reporter possessed by an alien symbiote. If this doesn't link the others together,
what's the point?
what is the point? Because
What
Madam
is the
Web
point?
should set it up,
This
and
is
then
worse than the Kang getting replaced situation.
literally, if you're getting a trilogy and you know that maybe fucking what's his name? Stephen Graham. You know, if maybe
Graham,
Stephen
yeah.
Graham will be the villain,
Yeah.
then
yeah.
like you've got to link this together and be like, maybe you're not the only shit-coloured superhero in the world.
Yeah.
It either has to link into the Spum films or make a play for
Maybe it would
at some point we're gonna fight. It's something to do with Spider-Man, I think.
On a San Francisco report.
Wait.
Unless the twist is, so this San Francisco report, unless the twist is, we're meant to think it's just some random Marvel character that isn't Spider-Man, but then it's some reporter that isn't Peter Parker that then becomes a Spider-Person.
Maybe I
It's
don't
something
care.
original. It's something original.
So we got three Spums in 2024,
Free spums.
and so far only one MCU. Maybe we need to see some shit Marvel movies to appreciate the MCU again.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's their answer.
Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2, Paul Mescal, Denzel Washington, Connie Nielsen, Jamon Honsu, he's getting around.
Yeah,
Joseph Quinn,
again.
Derek Jacobi! Derek
Yeah.
Jacobi in a film in
So
2024.
Derek Jacobi,
Sorry.
Ron Honsu, and Connie Nielsen
Nearly-
are all back from the original.
Nearly a year from today when we're recording this. I mean,
Last month.
yes. Ridley Scott returns to direct his sequel to the historical epic Gladiator. The story will reportedly revolve around grown-up Lucius, played by Paul Mescal, who has become emperor, and will see the return of Connie Nielsen as Lucilla.
And Jimon Honsu and Derek Jacobi, but whatever. Sideline them.
Nah, fuck them.
Sideline them.
I'm intrigued. Will we get a Blue Ghost? Fucking what's his name?
The Blue Ghost.
Who's the guy? Who's Gladiator?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, the guy.
Blue Russell Crowe.
The Blue Ghost. Yeah.
The Blue Croast. Wicked Part 1. John M. Chu, Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, and Jonathan Bailey. The legendary Broadway musical tells the tale of the Wicked Witch of the West from a different perspective, getting into a 2-part film adaptation. What the fuck? Just go and watch Wicked in the West End.
Yeah.
John M. Cho, Crazy Rich Asians and In the Heights will take the audiences to Oz, while Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande will play Elphaba and Glinda respectively.
Fine.
Can I say, not interested? So my pick for November, ironically, is probably Venom 3, because I want to see the spum collapsing on itself.
Collapse/work things out.
Stick the spum up your bum. Gladiator 2, I'm also quite, is there anything else in November?
There's a Robert De Niro thing where he's playing dual roles.
Playing dual roles. I could do dual roles,
1950s Mob bosses Vito and Frank.
Nice.
I mean, November 15th, Alto Nights, that one's called. But I mean, other than that, it's a mob movie where he's playing.
It's a mob movie. It's a movie about the mob.
Amateurs based on a book. Rami Malek, Rachel Brosnahan.
Closer to the mic.
Julianne Nicholson. The Amateur.
Okay.
November the 8th, based on the book from the 80s.
The 80s.
It's an espionage thriller. Rami Malek.
Okay.
Julianne Nicholson. Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence
Rachel Brosnahan.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah. Holt McCallany. Yeah. Fine. Thriller. And out of all them, as long as it's better than Napoleon, I might have to go Gladiator too. 'Cause I enjoy Gladiator. It's a
Gladiators.
sequel that didn't need to happen. But
No, definitely don't
2
need it.
decades later, but
Ridley Scott makes okay films.
before 2000, they're the good ones.
Yes.
After 2000,
Not
yeah.
so great.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Our sequel years
Last
later.
Duel Withstanding is the only great film from the 00.
Oh, we've got some TBDs, so we'll go into them after.
Third
Oh
year.
my fucking god. Right.
This is December now.
December. We
wow.
got the newly announced in November, Karate Kid, which is teaming up both universes. It seems.
Oh, it's a follow-up to Cobra Kai as well?
Well, because it's got Ralph Macchio, who was the original Karate Kid, who exists in the Cobra Kai universe, so it takes place
Yeah, it
after the
follows
events of that series.
Yeah.
But we've also got Jackie Chan returning, who was in the Jaden Smith 2010 universe.
Oh, wow. It's into the Karate Kid verse.
He was Mr. Miyagi in
that
2010.
one. Yeah.
Because they even say, like, will you know, so get ready to wax on, wax off, or check on, check off, and whatever his version is in that is like, or maybe the new Karate Kid will have to do it all. But I'm excited to see how that goes and how the universe crossing bridge comes to be. We don't know who's in it. We know that Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan will be in it. We don't know who's directing it. It'll confirm to have no connection.
No connection to the show.
Well, like, I assume that we'll have no connection to Cobra Kai, and those characters won't be in it. But obviously, if he's in it, then obviously there will be some link, because it will have to take place after that series.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because it's all the same world.
This is the end game of Karate.
This is interesting. Lord of the Rings: The War of Boromir.
Boromir.
Kenji Kamiya directs. Brian Cox and Miranda Otto starred. December 13th. There's a lot of Lord of the Rings happening at the minute.
Jesus.
But Warner Brothers have said they haven't used Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings effectively, even though they made franchises that started and ended. So that's kind of how you use it. The latest film in the Lord of the Rings universe is an animated prequel that follows the exploits of Helm Hammerhead, the legendary king of Rohan, home of the horseman known as Rodaheim, that played a big part in Lord of the Rings Two Towers. Brian Cox will lend his voice to the legendary central character, who reigned for 183 years before the events of the Two Towers. Meanwhile, Miranda Otto reprises her role as Eowyn, who will serve as the framing device for the story. Okay.
Fine. Okay. Yeah, didn't know I needed it, but...
I mean, yeah.
Obviously give it a watch. Yeah.
As long as it...
Better than Rings of Power.
Still not watched it.
I still haven't finished it.
I've still not had the time to sit down and go, alright, let's do this.
No.
Oh, as if live-action Disney wasn't enough.
Oh.
Barry Jenkins directs Mufasa, The Lion King. Aaron Pierre, Kevin Harrison Jr., Seth Rogen, Billy Eichner, obviously they're returning as Timon and Pumbaa, and John Carney. The live-action Lion King, which was 100% computer-generated and not actually live-action, but who, to be clear, is getting a prequel that explores the backstory of Simba's father, Mufasa. So Lion King again, but earlier. James Earl Jones, who voiced Mufasa in the original Lion King and the remake, will not voice the younger version of Mufasa, and instead Aaron Pierre will play the character. Kelvin Harrison Jr. will play Scar, who then goes by Taka when the events of the film take place. Oh, so we learn, you want to know how I got this scar? Not interested.
No, exactly. No thanks.
Sorry, Jeff Fowler's Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Ben Schwartz, Idris Elba, James Marsden, and Colin O'Shaughnessy return. The Sonic the Hedgehog film franchise is speeding right along with the third installment that will presumably bring back Ben Schwartz's Sonic, Colin O'Shaughnessy's Tails, and Idris Elba as Knuckles. Jim Carrey, who played the villainous Dr. Robotnik in the first two movies, might sit this one out, as he's been talking about retiring from acting. Yeah. But there was at least one faux Sonic. But there will be at least one foe giving Sonic a run around for his money. And Sonic 2 teased a new villain, the villain Shadow the Hedgehog in the post-credit scene.
Damn straight. Sonic and Shadow.
It'd be a shame if we don't get Jim Carrey back, because he's the best thing for me about those films. Of course I want a coffee. I love the way you make them.
No, he is the best thing about those movies.
And this will come after mid-2024's Knuckles Paramount Plus series.
Then, yeah, I'm assuming that maybe we might set up this third movie.
It might set it up, or it might be a prequel. We don't know. Yeah. I don't remember. I know that Idris Elba's in it, and Idris Elba is great. And also, we've not taken the picture for the thumbnail, so we'll do that as we get into TBD. Third thing here.
Third thing, 2024. Fantastic Four. Third thing here. Fourth thing here.
Yes, that'll do. So we got into the TBDs, ones that had release dates or don't have release dates because it's just one.
Brilliant.
Have you got anything else for December? Because my top pick is Sonic 3.
And I'm there. An untitled Jordan Peele film. Currently slated for December 25th, and there's no details. It's just an untitled.
Interested? Because I like Jordan Peele's work.
Of course.
I need to buy. The other day I was going to buy Us and Nope. But it's a thing of I had to finish my Christmas shopping at the time that I've definitely finished. So Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, which was previously stated for March 29th, pre-strike, but then they said they hadn't recorded any lines for it, with it being a lot less than a year away. And people have said, I'd rather they take the time and get it out, because we had 4 years between Into and Across.
Yeah.
And it's a film franchise that has a lot of love and care behind the scenes, the people that make it. So I'm interested, to see how this, because they said the trilogy will definitely wrap up. Like, this is a complete story. Lord and Miller have said. But we will see, because it will be directed by Joaquim Dos Santos, Kent Powers, and Justin K. Thompson. Oscar Isaac, Shamik Moore, Haley Steinfeld, Jake Johnson, Brian Tyree Henry, Luna Lauren Velez, Issa Rae, and Jason Schwartzman will all return. So that's Spot, isn't it?
Yeah,
Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah.
The 2018 film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is one of the best superhero films and one of the best animated movies to ever grace theatres in recent years. Yes. So it's only natural there will be a sequel. However, there simply were too many Spider-Men for just one movie. Sequel was split into 2 films, but then became separate ones. Across the Spider-Verse premiered to rave reviews and a monster opening weekend, but ended on a cliffhanger for Miles Morales and his friends, which Beyond the Spider-Verse will look to conclude. The film was originally dated for March in 2024, but was removed from the schedule amidst industry strikes and the fact that nothing had been done yet. But apparently the recording has started.
Okay, at least that's something. That's a step
At
in the
time of
right
recording.
direction. Yeah.
So yeah, that's obviously interested for that. If that comes out in 24, if they pushed it back, I wouldn't mind.
Wouldn't be surprised.
25, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
We will see. Any other films that you think are of note before I brush into TV?
No. I mean, that's a pretty good concrete list. There's none that stick out anyway.
Chair's very
stuff that was
squeaky.
going to be out, Marvel stuff that's going to be out next year is now 2025. So, no, that's information to me.
Okay, so we'll go look at TV. Stuff we definitely know, because a lot of stuff has no release date. Daredevil Born Again was scheduled to premiere in 2024. It probably won't, maybe back end or early 25, because they've obviously started again, and that's at least a 9-month shoot.
Yeah.
And that's if they take the episodes down. Like, how long is it going to take to film 18 of them? Three Body. David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. Nope. The Three Body Problem, release date January on Netflix. So that's that's what they went to do after their Star Wars deal fell through after they rushed Game of Thrones. David Benioff and D.B. Weiss.
Yeah.
It follows an astrophysicist who, after seeing her father brutally murdered during the Chinese Cultural Revolution, is conscribed by military, sent to a secret radar base in a remote region of the country. Their decisions she makes in the 1960s ripple through time, so popular it's property that it can be unrelated to the Chinese adaptation released. Fuck knows what that's going to end up like. True Detective's apparently coming out in January, season 4, Night Country.
I mean, it gives me a reason to go back and watch True Detective.
The crime series the anthology crime series that kicked off with Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey, best season. In the Deep South, now heads north to the inhospitable terrain of Alaska. This new series stars Jodie Foster as a detective on hunt for a serial killer. Okay. What's scarier than a villain who operates in almost perpetual nighttime? Think blood-soaked snow patches and grumbly, monotone police officers who've seen too much shit in their lifetime, calling stuff literally. Interested, because I like True Detective.
Masters of the Air was Masters of the Air is it that's the next Tom Hanks?
Austin Butler, Barry Keoghan, Ncuti Gatwa, Callum Turner, and Jude Law. Jude Law offspring Rafe's Law. I only said Rafe Spall. The series takes on the skies. It follows the 100th bombardment group of the United States Army and Air Forces during the Second World War, a companion series to Band of Brothers.
And there's the Pacific. It's like the next one of them.
Another equally stacked series full of up-and-coming superstars, including The Doctor. Daredevil, we don't know. Night Manager says there's going to be a season. The world fell to its knees, hit in 2016 form. Did you watch The Night Manager?
No, I have not.
It's quite good. It's why everyone went
mad.
Tom Hiddleston should be James Bond.
Yeah.
However, it was announced this year that not only will The Night Manager be back, but Hiddleston will be returning too. There's no word yet on where this espionage caper will take us.
And no word
yet on when. They're just assuming it's something that's definitely 2024 because it got pushed back because of the strike. Is The Penguin, the first of the Matt Reeves spin-off stuff because he's going to spin off from the Batman.
World's greatest detectives.
World's greatest detectives. We're going to follow Colin Farrell. He'll be back in the prosthetics. We might see him younger, but we'll see him climbing the ladder of the criminal underworld, left by the power vacuum in 2022's The Batman. I'm looking forward to that. Only 8 episodes, but I think that's perfect.
As long as they're not half an hour. Like
How are we going to watch it? Because they said Max isn't coming to the UK until at least 2025.
Now TV, it'll be Sky probably.
Good.
TV.
Well done. We fixed it.
Yeah. Solved.
The Sympathiser?
No idea.
That's Robert Downey Jr.
Oh. Ooh.
Wow.
It looks like out of Doctor Who. It looks like Last of the Time Lords.
It does.
Robert Downey Jr.
Cultural takeover, make the most of it. The Sympathiser
A
plays
master
them
of disguise.
in a bit in the characters that make up the vague notion of the man in the story about Viet Cong spy infiltrating the South. I think I've seen a trailer for this.
Okay. Directed by Park Chan-wook. Oh.
Nice.
Part thriller and part satire. Oh, that should be. Well, that's got my eyes then.
Yeah, another HBO Max that we won't be able to see unless it's on Sky.
Yeah.
Rivals. Series stars David Tennant, Aidan Turner, and Danny Dyer. XXX, power struggles, and a fair few ripped riding coats. Dust off the old... it's horses... the horsery elite of 1980s Britain. Okay.
Oh, fine.
Sounds good.
Rivals.
With me, Danny Dyer, on a horse with David Tennant.
A horse story.
The only way that can be better is if Jason Statham's in it.
Yeah, damn straight.
I can't do this anymore, David.
I can't do it anymore, mate.
Sorry, a special thing for 2024's Netflix's The Gentleman.
2024. Oh, the series.
The series, yeah. Have you seen the first look pictures that Netflix shared on their account?
Well, recently or what?
Recently, as in today. Recently,
last month.
It was It was like a couple of days ago. You got looks at Theo James, Max Beasley's in it. You got like a list of the cast. It's unknown if any of the other characters, like when it takes place, refer to the Gentleman film, and if any of those characters will show up or be mentioned. You know, your fucking what's his? I'm forgetting everyone's names today. Obviously, you've got Hugh Grant and Matthew McConaughey.
Henry Golding.
Charlie Hunnam. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if any of them. Guy Ritchie, I think's producing it. I don't know if he's directing any of the episodes. Might be. Maybe the pilot and the finale. But we shall see. Blade Runner 2099, something we didn't really know was coming. It will land on Amazon Prime. So that's fine by me. Because I think 2049 is a gorgeous film, if not a bit boring. But Denis Villeneuve, maybe he just makes really good-looking, boring films.
Oh, that's controversial.
No, because you like Dune, so maybe not.
I love all of his films.
Avatar Last Airbender is coming to Netflix. We've seen posters. Still no definitive air date. It will star Daniel Day-Kim and a whole host of newcomers. Good, because the 2010 film adaptation was...
Not seen it, but shocking.
Oh,
diabolical.
I thought you'd seen it.
M. Night Shyamalan. Shocking. Yeah.
Stranger Things Season 5, we know it's some point in 2024, because it's meant to be being filmed early this year. The final series. Just end it. And
God damn it.
How Big Daddy Vecna unleashed the Upside Down on Hawkins.
David Harbour's sort of guaranteed that there will be more spin-off and material in the future.
Oh,
but the main series
fuck off. Just end it. End it with this cast. Don't bring Noah Schnapp back, because this has soured the taste for me. And, what else? Yeah, just end it. Kill off the main characters. They're too scared to kill off the main characters, so they introduced new side characters that are really cool and fun. Kill them off instead.
And bring Eddie back.
Bridgerton Season 3, not seen any of it, so...
I've only seen the first season.
Sure, but we know that Jean-Rene Page...
Yeah, James Bond favourite.
He's not been in it, has he? He only did Season 1 and 2.
Yeah, he probably ain't going to be back. He's hitting
too
Hollywood
famous now. Yeah.
He's hitting Hollywood.
Squid Game Season 2, because we've got the Squid Game, the challenge is on, where you can actually do it, but they're not killing anyone. Boring.
That we know of.
Season 2, I'm interested to see how it plays out, and if it will be like a Hunger Games, there's more conspiracy in the world that it's within, the people that are setting this up and think it's normal. Wednesday Season 2, no release date. The final season of You.
Damn.
The Acolyte, that's probably my most anticipated Star Wars film. Series.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And then we've legally got to say Doctor Who Season 1. Ncuti Gatwa takes over the TARDIS. We believe it will be of olden days. It will be the late March, early April slot for 8 episodes. Only 8 episodes, but they're going to be 8 episodes yearly, and it's going to be great. I can't wait to see this new Doctor and this new era begin.
Damn straight.
So, if you had to say a top 5 films, because obviously a lot of these shows are just they're happening, but we don't know.
They're coming out. Right, top 5 film wise.
That
let alone anticipation, but just 5 films that we
5
think are
films
be...
for next year you're really excited for, whether they be good, bad, or top of your list or bottom of your list.
So, I mean, there's so many names that we've gone over, but Fall Guy.
Closer.
Fall Guy! Not
the
the free-to-play shitty game.
The Fall Guy, yep.
The Fall Guy. My head's gone blank. I need my list back up. Fall Guy is definitely, I think, early in the year. I might even go Argyle. June 2.
Obviously.
So that's 3. Fall Guy is... I mean, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and then Ballerina. They're my 5.
Yep, like that. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Ballerina, yeah. Furiosa. I'm really interested to see. The Fall Guy. What else did we have? Fuck knows. Just gonna guess and say. I'm interested to see Inside Out 2. We shall see. We shall see. What are you guys looking forward to in the year of our Lord 2024? What are you looking forward to, film and television-wise? Obviously, Doctor Who's up there for us, but we don't want to keep talking about it because that's all we've done. Haha.
We're still doing, depending on what you're looking from.
Let us know in the comments what you're looking forward to and what you'd like from The New Era Begins soon. We'll see you next week for more. Don't forget to
rate, comment, subscribe. Find us on TikTok. Find us on X. I got it right this time. Spread the love. Share us. Click us. Share us. Multiply us. So we can reach more of you in the wonderful masses of the internet. And then send us an electronic mail to nerdbiblecontact@gmail.com if you've got any ideas, feedback, improvements, films that you're looking forward to. And give the old YouTube channel a bit of a subscribe while you can, Share us.
Exactly that. Oh, Jesus, naughty. And until next time...
Stay pasty.
He's bringing it back.